Okay, so let's start, everyone. Big welcome, and so glad to see that so many of you are here to taking part of this webinar. This Learnifier Live. This is a webinar for you, our dear customers, for you to get updated on our latest news, what we've been working on, and also what we're going to be working on ahead. I was thinking that maybe we can have a quick look at the agenda. Or before that, I'm going to tell you that we're also recording this, so you know that, and that's because we want to be able to send the recording out afterwards to you guys, so you can have another look at it, or send it forward to a colleague that couldn't participate today. And also, if you have any questions that pops up during this webinar, feel free to write them in the chat. We have some Learnifiers hanging out there today to trying to answer them in real time. And if you have any questions that we haven't been able to answer during this webinar, we're going to contact you afterwards to solve it, so you know that. So now let's have a quick look at the agenda for today. I forgot to tell who I am. I just realized my name is Janne Hellerup. I work at Learnifier as a customer success manager, and so I'm here working with you all day. And with me today I have Matthias in the studio, who's our co-founder and CEO and the father of the Learnifier. So we're going to start with some practicalities. I already told you a bit about it, but we're thinking that it's going to be like 40 to 45 minutes long. We're going to deep dive into new features and some functions together with our lovely colleagues. But we're going to start with some words from Matthias here, and then he's going to pass it over to Mona, who's our product manager, who will tell us more about the product and what's been going on. And together with Ulrika, Piotr, and Philip, we're going to deep dive into some of these functions. You're going to see some demos of them. And lastly, Mona will talk more about what's coming up ahead, what we're going to be focusing on during next polls. So I think that's it for me. Maybe I'm done talking, and over to you, Matthias.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Janne. And great to see everyone here today. So just a quick intro before I pass on to the team that's going to tell you about what they've been working on. So we at Learnifier, we are on a mission to make training easy, engaging, efficient, to help you achieve your business outcomes. And I bring this up because in every pulse or in every live event as of today, what we've been working on is at least one of these parameters. So for example, today you'll see some updates that we're making to the learner UI. That's very much working on the easy side and making the product even more easy and engaging. So we're always trying to keep these three parameters in mind when we're doing stuff in the product, to make it more easy, engaging, and efficient to do training, do learning, but also remembering that this is actually meant to achieve some sort of a business outcome for your organization. So something that I mentioned also in past live events is that we're continuing to invest heavily in the product. And we're actually now increasing that pace by hiring additional people on our team to build a product. So I just kind of want to send that message that we don't consider the product complete or done. We're on a journey together with you. So obviously some of the things you'll see today is on that journey, making us progress toward our product vision. So that journey is though separated up into steps. And some of you already know this, but at Learnifier, we work in what we call pulses. And we've just completed the fall pulse, which is then the end of the fall pulse is today with this live event. It's important to know that we do release code almost daily. So we update the product almost on a daily basis. But those are smaller details. It could be a smaller bug or a small improvement. But what we do is that when we make major changes, even though it might be completed on our end, we usually wait because we want to make sure that you can adapt to that change. And that's why we have these events. So if you join these events, you'll get the information. You can also get some time to prepare for the coming updates that are coming. And we also get a kind of a collected way to inform you about those changes. So obviously today we're here at November 30th. We've been working for 3 months on a number of things. And this is the way it works, is that then we'll have another post that we'll talk more about at the end of this session today. But I'm not going to stand in the way here of between you and hearing what we've worked on. So I'm going to pass it over to Mona, our product manager. So over to you, Mona.
Great, thank you, Matthias. So yeah, with us kind of concluding our fall pulse and kicking off our winter pulse, let's check in and see what we have released, and that is out for you all to enjoy right now, or within the next release, I should say. That happens, I would say, within probably a week. Something that is out already is the content integration. So we have Learnifier Content Live. And this is where, if you have a subscription, you can access pre-made courses directly in Learnifier. Edit, manage, copy, do all of the great things you can do with your regular courses, but building off pre-made courses. We also have a certificate sharing solution with Ivaton that is out. And for these two, Ulrika will show us exactly what that means shortly. We are releasing the cross-project insights, so providing reports. That means we're providing reports for quizzes or surveys that are shared amongst multiple projects, making your life as an administrator more easy, or easier and more efficient, I should say. We have also released new triggers in our automated communications. So those triggers will be not started, in progress, and completed. So that allows you to target your communications around the user's current status in a course or activity. And that would then enhance the user engagement, is the goal. Lastly, we have provided public API support for our waitlist feature. This has been something we've heard that is much wanted, and we're happy to finally deliver. So now your waitlist feature can be integrated with your other system and applications just nicely, and get that alignment and efficiency across the board. So most of the things on this list is out. The cross-project insights, again, should be out within the next release. Let's turn the blade and take a look at some of these new functions. We're going to kick it off with Learnifier Content. So Learnifier Content requires a specific subscription with us, but once you have that, you will have the world at your fingertips, I would say. But you can access a lot of pre-made courses. I think it's up to 500 or more. This is really great because it gives you a kind of a jump off board, and it gives you consistent quality and structure. So the Learnifier courses are created by subject matter experts. So that way you have high quality right off the bat. Also then enhancing the learning experience. Another perk with this is it might allow you to offer courses in topics that you don't have in-house expertise to create. So those are kind of ready out the box courses in areas that you might not have subject matter expertise. It also saves you cost and time efficiency. That way you are a little bit more efficient, saves you the time and expense of developing courses in-house, which is always nice. Then you have time to do something else. Another perk with Learnifier Content is if you have a catalog feature, this really allows you to expand that course catalog really quickly and offer a lot of variety of courses to your participants. So without further ado, I'm going to pass it over to our lovely Ulrika, who's going to show you the ins and outs of this. Over to you, Ulrika.
Thanks a lot, Mona. So good morning, my name is Ulrika, and I work at Learnifier as an onboarding manager. So I could see a few familiar names in the chat where you introduced yourself, and it always warms my heart. And I want to encourage you to ask questions. If you have questions, please write them in the chat, or reach out to your customer success manager or support afterwards if you want to ask them in private, so to say. And Learnifier Content is something that I can just add to what Mona said, that I see has been really asked for with our clients, to have already pre-made courses to access. And for the time being, all the content is in Swedish. Just so you know that now we're talking English, but the Learnifier content for now is all Swedish material. And I will start to show you then how it could look like, and also the value for you. Let's see, I will click you down here, and let's look at the dashboard here. Here you can see me as an administrator, and you can see here that I have added a few favorite projects. As Mona said, this is a subscription. Do you say so? Yeah, I think so. Anyway, this is something that you will pay for. You can either buy a few courses or the whole package. And just for example, I wanted to show you here that it's more than 500 courses, and it's within a broad range of topics. So the three projects that I have highlighted here is about hygiene, and within the if you work within the care industry, it's about work environment and also leadership. And what I think is really, really useful with these courses is that, for example, this to have a better working environment. This is a well-known course from Prevent that is offered to you then within your portal. And if we look at this one, you will see that you will come straight into the course, and you have both video, and you have the content that you are used to see when you build courses in your course builder. And as you know, video is something that we highly recommend you to use. You will have then both videos and quizzes, surveys, etc., etc. But for this, if I want to make an education in a better arbetsmiljö for, let's say, my municipality, then I might want to add some material to that, an introduction, some parting words. I want to show you them how what you will, because let's say I'm from the municipality and I want to say that to this sector, please take notes and consider this, especially when you do the course. And then you could go into the project. You want to create a new project. And you see here also we have the new project page. I really hope that all of you have seen this already. It's a new design, and we do think this will be easier for you to work with. And then I want to use the course template for the better work environment that you can see. I have then here the design in Learnifier content. So then I'll use this one, and I will then start a new project. And here you can see the project title, and I want that to be the same. And we have the language of, we'll keep it to English for now. And I will save this so that I will get into my new project. See? And it's just thinking a bit. Yes. So here we can see my new project, and then I will do as you all are familiar to do and go into edit the course. And here is then my opportunity to make this for my audience, so to say. So here you can write then in the intro what you want to write then specifically, and you can also, of course, then use the already pre-made material that is in it. And in the activities, as you know, you can also then add a new activity. For example, then intro our, let's see, pens. And I can do it here, and then I could write something and make this special then for my my learners. And please reach out to us, to your customer success manager or to the support, to ask more about this, both about prices and also, of course, on how to use it and to get inspired, because we want in this collaboration to help you then to achieve better results with your training. So I think that's about it. If it's not anyone in our team that think that I forgot to mention something. There's of course a lot to say about this, but this was just a sneak peek in how you could have access to already pre-made courses within a big variety of topics, and how to make them then your own, to design them for your purposes at your company. And then I will move along to also a new partner collaboration with a company called Ivatom. And the use of Ivatom for you as a client is that you can share certificate in social medias. So for example, if we do our work environment course, BAM, and we want to share that with another audience, then Ivatom has a seamless solution for this. And if you could turn to the next page, please. It is seamlessly integrated in Learnifier, so it will be easy to share and also celebrate learning achievements. And this is why we also made this collaboration, because we see that it's crucial for us to help you to continue learning and develop together with both your co-workers, and to highlight that for you then knowledge and training is key to your work. We have an automated process after course completions, and then, as I said, it's not only to LinkedIn, but I guess that's where you might have seen this. It's also to Facebook and Instagram. So it's available with special subscription, and then you will of course get onboarding, not by me, but from the staff there. So I think that was all from me. So thank you, and I will stop sharing them. I'm not sharing. That's fine. Sorry.
No,
I just
not.
passed the word then.
Actually, we're back to you, Mona, to talk more about shared quiz and survey reports, right?
I thought we were going to do the Ivatom certificates.
Yes, we don't have a demo of Ivatom, unfortunately. So that's why I just told you about the Ivatom integration with the certificates. So please reach out to support or to your customer success manager if you want to know more about how to share certificates in social media.
Great. Thank you so much, Ulrika. Yeah, then let's dive headfirst into our new reports that we have, which is our shared quiz and survey reports. And by aggregating data from multiple projects, these reports will provide a more holistic view of user results and responses. That will help you get a deeper understanding of trends and patterns that might not be visible when you just look at individual project reports. And having done some customer interviews, we also know that this, while instead of analyzing data from each project separately, which could be pretty cumbersome and timely, providing this report will streamline the process and saving those who need it a lot of time and resources just by gathering the data and pretty much gathering the data, analyzing it, and interpret the outcomes. That is what I'm trying to get out. There we go. And this is a good perk for those who have need some kind of reporting or documentation for documentation and compliant resources. That will save you a lot of time. But also, these reports can be beneficial to highlight knowledge gaps or areas where participants are struggling, and kind of help you to refine the content in courses to kind of see where you can ask questions a different way, or where are the weak areas in the actual course content. So we're really proud to have this ready. This is not out live at the moment. This will come out live with the next release, which should happen fairly shortly. I think within a week, I think it would be fair to say. And I think I have talked enough about this. I'm sure you guys want to actually see what this is. So I'm going to pass this over to our excellent backend developer, Piotr, who will show you the ins and outs of this report. Over to you, Piotr.
Thank you, Mona. Good morning, everyone. My name is Piotr, and I'm a backend engineer at Learnifier. And to demonstrate you how quiz and survey reports work, I've created 2 test projects. Each of these projects contains the same quiz and survey sourced from materials from library. And the quiz is simple, looks like that. We have 2 multiple answers questions and 1 single answer question. And the survey looks like that. It has 2 text answers and 1 single choice answer question. In each of these projects, I have 2 participants. In the first one, both of these participants have completed quiz, survey, and the course. And in the second one, only 1 of my participants completed quiz and survey, and the second one just started the course, but he has not completed quiz, neither quiz nor survey. So quiz reports will be available on 2 levels, on a project level and on organization level. I'll show you how it works for a project level first. So you need to go to the Reports tab, choose Quiz Report, and then choose quiz that you're interested in. We have only 1 at the moment, so I'll pick that one. And this date range is optional. And if you choose it, only quiz answers for quizzes completed in that date range will be present in the report. I leave it blank as for now, and generate a report. And in the report, we have metadata about the report. So we have quiz name, quiz ID, and project ID, and the data. Each row in this report represents a quiz answer submitted by a participant. So in our quiz, we had 3 questions, that's why we have 3 rows for each of my participants. And for the data, we have basic information about project, participation, user, question ID, what was the question, the answer, and if the question had multiple answers, the answers are concatenated and comma separated. We have score, correct, incorrect indicator, and completion date. And this completion date is the date when the quiz was completed. And we have a similar report for a survey. It works pretty much the same, but the only difference is that in the data, you don't have score and correct, incorrect indicator here because it's a survey. We don't have scores for that. And you can do the same on organization level. And to do that, we can go to reports here, choose our quiz report, pick the quiz. And we have additional filter here. So if you leave it as it is, it will show all quiz answers across all the projects in organization, but you can limit the data and pick only one or few of the projects you're interested in. And now we can see that we not only have data for the test project 1, but also for test project 2. But we had 2 participants there, and we have only 3 rows available. And that's why my second participant has not completed this quiz. So we have data only for that one. And lastly, what we can do, we can download Excel for this report and see how it looks like in Excel or LibreOffice. And it's here. It looks the same as in Learnifier. And I think that's it. Thank you. Over to you, Mona.
Great. Thank you so much, Piotr. I hope this will be of value for everybody that needs to access this type of data. It's always great to offer a more efficient way to reach insights around projects and learner progressions. Next up is our new learner interface. And this is more of giving you guys a snapshot of where we are in this. This is a larger project that will span several pulses for our learner squad. And basically, with this project, we wanted to enhance the overall learner experience by moving towards a more intuitive and visually appealing and easier to navigate UI, so that with the intention of accomplishing increased user satisfaction and engagement, which is the hypothesis here. So we wanted to not only do those things, but by doing this, we also updating the UI, we also build it on a little more modern framework and technologies, so that in the future, any future enhancement we would like to do in the learner experience, it will be more scalable and easier to maintain. So we're building a really great foundation for those things. Another perk of this update will be to improve on the existing accessibility functionality. We're now building it, we have the ability to build it from the ground up, which is really awesome. And that way we are making the system more usable for people with disabilities or anyone that's using assistive technologies, which is great to expand learning for all. Wanted to clearly communicate, as you can see in the blue part here on the slide, we do not have a delivery date set for this. It is a large project that will be the main focus for our learner squad for quite a bit. But you can rest assured, we will communicate a pending release date well in advance, so that you guys are fully informed and there is no surprises. Regardless of how we're rolling this out, you guys will get a heads up well in advance. Just wanted to assure you of that. But this is super exciting. And having looked at some of the UI for quite a while on my end, we now have Philip to give you guys insight into the new parts that we're working on and kind of let you guys know what is coming. So Philip, over to you.
Yeah, thanks. Hi everyone, good morning. Let me try to share my screen here. Share, here we go. Okay, so a little disclaimer, this is, oh wait, it's loading here. This is the prototype, so we're still sort of implementing this. So this is not the real product, but we're getting there. But this is then basically my courses, and we are currently working with my courses part and the intro page. So what we've decided upon is that the intro page, we want to move that outside of the course player so that the learners can sort of really focus on the training and the content of the training. So, for example, I have a course here, and if I click on it, yeah, this is how it will look like. You have your overview with your description over here. Your instructor is the language, how long the course is, and the announcements from the instructor, something like that. And the events in the course, where you get like an overview of that as well. The participants in the course, so who's participating in the course, and you can maybe then contact them if you switch that on. And here we have an overview of the discussions. So for example, if you have a discussion going on in this activity, it will be summarized here in this overview, and they can jump into it and start talking to other participants. And then finally, we have the resources here. So we'll list all the resources available in this course as well. And so yeah, to go back, we're still working this part here, but eventually we'll move on to this intro page. So that is a short and sweet update of how things are going. Back to you, Mona.
Super exciting. Thank you, Philip. This is quite the difference from the current learner experience. So it will be really cool to roll this out to learners once it is ready to be rolled out. Thank you again, Philip. Then let's touch on the learner selected events that was talked about in the last slide. If you attended that one, you would have heard of that as one new functionality for us. We basically intended this to be to allow the learner within a course experience to select one event out of many that they would like to attend, and then get the communication and information around that specific event only. So kind of having them select one out of many and then getting into that track, so to say. But as we started doing some user feedback interviews, we figured out that there wasn't a clear singular problem that this feature was intended to address. There were some variations of that. And the problems that was experienced by our customers, so you guys, were a little bit more varied and nuanced than we initially thought. So we took a step back to make sure that when we do any future development of this feature, it is rooted in a well-defined problem statement, and that it does lead to a solution that genuinely meets your need. And we are right now doing more customer sessions and customer feedback sessions around this feature, so that we make sure that we're addressing the right requirements effectively, and that we're kind of getting a clear and comprehensive understanding of the specific needs before we kind of implement the functionality. And that, I guess, in the end, is the long way to say that we haven't taken this off the board. It is still something we want to implement into our product, absolutely. We just want to make sure that we do it in the most valuable way for you guys, your customers, and for the product. So it is coming, but we're still in the research phase, or I would say the interview phase, to define the problem. Thank you to everybody. If you have been part of those interviews, we really value your feedback for these. I just want to throw that out as well. But yeah, so I think that is the status of our learner selected event. It has been pulled oh my goodness. It has been pulled back into the parking lot so that we can kind of restructure or get a better understanding for the needs for this. I think that's a clear sign that I need to hurry on, me stumbling on all the English here. As Matthias mentioned, we are now moving off our fall pulse and getting into our winter pulse. So we have delivered some things, we are working on some things, and we're going to take in some new things for this pulse. So then let's take a look at what is coming up. We have a few items on the list, and one of them is, for instance, adding a third channel in our automated communications. So Currently, there's an email and an SMS channel. We're going to add a webhook piece as well. And this would then enhance your employee experience by allowing them to get timely, relevant notifications through webhooks directly into the specific customer system. So that's always great, making sure we meet the learners on their surface and turf. Another thing we're going to look at is our seat reservation feature. This is where we will give organizations the flexibility to secure training opportunities for their employees without having immediate details on who they actually are. So as they were said in the US, we allow them to call dibs on seats and projects, so to say. And this will be good if you have a business that have ongoing training needs, but fluctuating staff, or in situations where employee schedules are variable. It also saves time and effort for all the HR peoples out there. So you can kind of just go in and reserve X amount of seats. And then once you know who should have each of those seats, you can fill that in. It guarantees slots on the courses as well with this functionality. Thirdly, we're looking at providing the functionality to have to make an expiration date on an issued certificate editable, so that you will have greater flexibility in managing your certificate validity. That way you can extend when you have recertification needs, or if there's any changes in regulatory requirements, you have the flexibility to go in and change the expiration dates in that way. Also, if there's any organizational policies or industry standards that change all of a sudden, that could happen, then you will be able to ensure that certificates remains compliant and relevant by having this functionality. We're right now also planning and moving into the implementation phase of providing additional support or language support for additional languages in the administrator experience. The main focus will be Swedish in the first round, but we will build on that to allow other languages down the road. But this work is basically two key, if that makes sense, allow languages to be available in the UI, and then adding the Swedish terminology throughout the admin interface, so that we can make the admin interface accessible to a wider audience and non-English speakers, and more so Swedish speakers, to kick off with. Lastly, just as a reminder, we have that new learner interface update going, and that will be ongoing for a little while longer, or quite a while longer. But we will keep you guys updated on the progression here and show you more insights as we go. And as soon as we have a more clear deadline, we will communicate that to you and all your learners. But that is something we were looking forward to continuing. What Philip showed you today was the My Courses page, and the next piece will be the actual course experience part on the learner side. And then we will wrap that up with the catalog and the awards page. So there are 3 more chunks to go on the big whole here. But yeah, I think those are some of the things we will focus in on for the upcoming Pulse. I think that is it. So I want to turn it back to you, Janni.
Thank you so much, Mona, and thank you for the update. It feels very exciting to see what we're going to work on in the next Pulse. Actually, we're a bit ahead of time in that kind of way. So I'll save you guys like 5 minutes. I want to say a big thank you guys for today. I really enjoy hanging out with you in this format, and hope that you feel inspired and that you have some new tips and tricks with you to take back to the workboard. And as I told you in the beginning, we have been recording this webinar, so you're going to be informed with an email with the recording, so you'll be able to have another look at it and send it out to your colleagues. And if you have any questions, just reach out to the support or the customer success managers. We would love to have a chat with you just to catch up or talk about these functions and the product. So I think that's about it, right?
I think so,
have
yeah.
something else? So again, a big thank you, everyone. And as we say here at Learnifier, may the learning be with you, and talk to you soon. Have a lovely day, everyone.
Have a great day. Great seeing you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.